When you feel God is preparing something far beyond your own power and vision, remember, silence can be your greatest strength. There are seasons in life when you are called to move quietly, not to show off your promise, but to protect it. When God plants a promise in your heart, it isn't always meant for immediate broadcast. Some miracles are grown behind the scenes before they bloom. When the Almighty whispers a promise to your spirit, you must learn to hold your tongue and guard it with prayer. Because not everyone is able to handle the magnitude of what's coming. Some will question your calling, doubt your destiny, envy your heartbeat, or even pray against your rise. That's why God sometimes says, "Don't talk about this yet." You see, there's a sacredness to silence when you're in divine preparation. A seed planted in dark soil grows unseen. No one watches its roots weave through the earth. No one hears it reaching for the light. One day it spikes through the surface, alive, unshakable. That's how God works. Hidden until unstoppable. The blessing that's heading your way needs to be sheltered. Speak too soon and you invite confusion, distraction, delay. But stay still. Stay humble. Stay silent. God will reveal it when He's ready, and the timing will amaze you. When God chooses to elevate you, He won't hold a press conference. He'll move quietly. He'll test your patience, your humility, your capacity to keep private what's sacred. Some of life's fiercest battles aren't won with weapons, but with words you should have left unspoken. Some of the greatest losses happen when we reveal too early. God wants you to understand. Protection sometimes takes the form of silence. Silence from defending your dreams. Silence from explaining your vision. Silence from proving your worth. Because when God is working, explanation isn't the requirement, revelation is. There are people in your life who will smile and cheer while secretly wishing you fail. They'll listen to your story, twist it, mock it, or even copy it. That's why you must guard your assignment. Don't reveal what you're building until you're finished. Don't announce your destination until God places you there. Don't share your blessing until the world sees it. Because speaking too early can invite unnecessary warfare. God says, "Let me move before you speak." Maybe you're in a season marked by silence. Maybe you feel like nothing's happening. Maybe doors are closed, people silent, and you feel forgotten. But this silence isn't punishment, it's preparation. God is building something behind the veil. You may not see it yet because it isn't ready for display. The next blessing you're about to receive is too delicate to be exposed. Just like a child remains hidden until it's ready to be born, your blessing remains hidden until God says now. If you reveal your miracle too soon, the heat of expectation, the sting of criticism, the glare of envy might extinguish it. But when it's birthed at the right moment, unstoppable. Because the secret season made you ready. There's divine wisdom in privacy. When you keep your plans to yourself, you allow God to shape them without interference. When you safeguard your vision, you let it mature. Many people forfeit God-given opportunities by seeking approval from those never meant to understand them. You don't need the world's consent when God has already said yes. You don't need everyone to believe what God showed you in secret. Your obedience in silence becomes your shield. Every word withheld is a wall around your promise. Remember, the enemy doesn't eavesdrop on thoughts, but he listens to words. When you speak prematurely, you give him the blueprint of your destiny. That's why some delays aren't denial, they're divine latency. But when you learn to wait quietly, to let your results talk instead of your words, you render the enemy powerless. God doesn't require an audience to work a miracle. He only requires your faith. And when the time comes, people won't hear about your change, they'll see it. They'll ask how you survived, how you rose, how you changed. And you'll know it wasn't luck, human favor, or timing. It was God. He moved when you were silent. He worked when you were hidden. He opened doors you never knocked on. There are seasons when God removes you from crowds not to punish, but to position, to heal what was broken, to refine what will be revealed. In solitude, you grow strength, maturity, and discernment. In isolation, you learn to carry glory with humility. The pain of silence often comes with purpose. The quiet isn't absence. It's a whisper. Wait. Trust. Don't talk yet. Because once you open your mouth too soon, you may plant seeds of doubt in the wrong soil. Your next blessing? Too holy for casual talk. Too sacred for open discussion. You owe no one an update. When the timing comes, they will witness it. Humanity applauds noise, but God honors stillness. The closer you walk with him, the more you value quiet. Not everything needs to be posted to be powerful. The greatest work of heaven is often unseen until the appointed hour. So be patient. Don't rush the unveiling. Walk by faith when no one's watching. Trust when you can't see. Believe when you can't speak. The next blessing is forming right now, in silence. And when it reveals itself, it will silence every critic, quiet every doubter, and leave every hater speechless. You won't have to say a word. The blessing will speak. There will come a moment when God lifts you so high that everyone else watches, but you won't need to explain yourself. Your transformation will testify on your behalf. That's why you must not announce it yet. Don't defend yourself to those who misjudge you. Don't argue with those who underestimate you. Let your progress prove your promise. Let your favor preach your worth. Right now, God is saying, I'm doing something in your life that requires secrecy. Let me move undisturbed. Let me set your table in the presence of your enemies. Some of you, right now, are in hiding, underground in the soil of preparation. You feel forgotten. You feel stuck. But the shift is happening. The foundation is being laid. Keep your heart clean, your hands pure, your mouth quiet. The next move God makes in your life will be so powerful it won't need your broadcast. It will make the broadcast. There is a sacred spiritual principle. Hidden things grow stronger. Revealed things become vulnerable. That is why God hid you during your hardest seasons, so you could be fashioned into something trusted, reinforced, built for impact. Some people never walk into their full blessing, not due to lack of faith, but due to lack of discipline and silence. They broadcast before they were ready. They displayed before their foundation was firm. Don't repeat that mistake. Hold your tongue until God says, now. Your silence in this moment is a seed. It may appear small now, but it's growing roots of wisdom, strength, humility. One day that seed will become a tree under which others will find shelter. They'll ask, how did this happen? And you'll quietly smile, not because you're proud, but because you know who did it. When God blesses you next, it won't be for vanity. It will be for influence. You won't be elevated merely to look good. You'll be elevated to lead. But before you're elevated, you must master private obedience. That's why this season is quiet. That's why it's hidden. God's watching how you handle what others can't see. If you can be faithful when no one's clapping, you can be trusted when you're on stage. If you can endure when you're overlooked, you can flourish when you're honored. Your readiness for the next chapter is built in the quiet of now. Many lose their destiny not because God withheld the promise, but because they couldn't contain the news. They announced too early. They showed the blueprint before the walls were up. Don't make that mistake. Keep your mouth closed until God grants you the green light. Your silence right now? It's growth. It's the hidden work of the master craftsman. The world may forget you, but God doesn't. Your moment of obscurity? It's a classroom. It's divine training. Let your silence be your strategy. Let your calm be your shield. When you stop proving yourself to people and just walk in quiet confidence, you disarm the enemy. He cannot attack what he cannot forecast. That's why God told you, be still and watch me. You are not hidden because you are unchosen. You are hidden because you are chosen. God does not conceal the worthless. He conceals treasures. And you, dear friend, are a treasure. That is why your next blessing isn't for public preview. It's for divine deployment. It is already designed. It is already sealed. Therefore, keep it quiet for now. Protect it. Guard it. Because somebody might intercept what heaven meant for you. Your silence now isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Your stillness isn't hesitation. It's faith. Faith doesn't always roar. Sometimes faith whispers, God knows. And yes, some will misunderstand your quiet. They'll say you've changed. They'll wonder why you're distant. Don't worry about their opinion. You're not being unreachable. You're being refined. You're not staying quiet because you don't care. You're staying quiet because you're caring deeply about what's being built. The next blessing coming to you, it's not ordinary. It's supernatural. It's bigger than you. Too precious to be exposed prematurely. Too potent to be handled with human excitement. It requires receptivity, not rumor. Never mistake silence for stagnation. Just because you're not announcing doesn't mean nothing's shifting. You are advancing spiritually before physically. You're conquering in prayer before conquering in presence. Doors are being aligned. People are being placed. Timelines are being synchronized. That's why you must stay focused. Don't jeopardize what God is orchestrating by revealing it too soon. You don't need a witness for your walk with God. You need a relationship with Him. When the demonstration comes, it won't demand a speech. The evidence will speak for itself. The same people who doubted you will stand in silence, watching your rise. But you'll know, it was all Him from the start. Keep walking quietly. Keep praying. Keep trusting when nothing feels visible. And one day, that silence will break. Only not by your voice, but by God's hand. The world will see it and say, "How did that happen so fast?" And you'll smile and remember, you didn't shout. You trusted. You didn't broadcast. You built. You didn't explain. You obeyed. The moment will come when your transformation speaks for you. You'll never forget that you didn't need to announce your blessing. It announced itself through your life. And that's the victory of the quiet believer. Eventually, your calm becomes your certificate. Your peace becomes your presentation. Your testimony becomes your trophy. Stay still. Keep your mouth guarded. Let the next big thing in your life be between you and God alone until He's ready for the unveiling. Because when He finally says, "Now," your blessing will rise so clearly, so powerfully, so obviously from heaven that no one will question it. The world won't need an explanation. They'll just witness the results. And in that moment, you'll know the silence was worth it.